Whilst growing up, I wanted to be an astronaut, but my teacher said the sky was the limit. In this video, I will be discussing buying, leasing, or hiring a private jet. There has been a demand for private jets recently, and they have appeared in the news as many turn to the private jets during the lockdown. If cost is no consideration, the private jet world makes complete sense. No waiting at the airport, no crowded lines. Like any investment, the acquisition of a personal plane merits careful evaluation. For some, outright ownership can prove to be a logical move. For others, a lease commitment may serve perfectly well. There's only one way to be in full control of your private flying experience: acquire your own aircraft. Depending on size, range, amenities, and level of comfort, a personal plane can set you back anywhere from £3 million to £100 million. After your initial capital outlay, expect to pay around £50,000 to £1 million in annual operation costs, crew salaries, aircraft insurance, and hangarage. A number of savvy online aircraft cost calculators can give you a good idea of what to expect. They're advanced enough to determine running costs based on actual utilization levels and how financing, capital cost considerations, residual value, and finance payments affect operating expenses. If you do decide to purchase, there are a large amount of specialist aviation lenders and equipment financiers, including major banks, who offer a range of flexible financing arrangements which is worth shopping around for. There are even intelligent online lending calculators to help you number crunch. Outright purchasing also offers the fiscal and financial benefits of asset ownership, which includes being able to take a deduction for one of the biggest expenses of owning a plane: the aircraft depreciation. What if the numbers for a full investment outlay don't add up, but your flying hours or needs still justify private jet use? Leasing an aircraft offers many of the same benefits of owning one without the long-term financial commitment. Owners often rent their planes to generate revenue when not using their aircraft themselves. Dry leasing refers to leasing an aircraft without pilots, cabin crew, maintenance, or insurance, and typically applies to longer timeframes. Wet leasing includes these privileges, generally for a shorter period. Either way, it is obviously much less expensive than purchasing, providing greater liquidity in the long term. When you lease, you have the luxury of walking away at the end of the lease contract without the depreciation when you sell. Also, generally, you have the freedom to renew contracts with a new private jet. Leasing can also be a good way to test drive the private plane concept before signing on any dotted line. This way, you can get a true feel for a plane without the financial outlay and management concerns. If you simply prefer the idea of a personal plane with even less financial outlay and lower monthly management fees, there are other appealing hiring options. These plans facilitate paying on a per-flight basis. Fractional ownership is similar to full aircraft ownership from a tax and legal standpoint, but instead of purchasing the plane outright, flyers acquire a share in it via a management company. Shares come in standard divisions and would equate to hours of flying time. While fractional generally translates to higher cost on a per hour basis than owning outright, it allows you to only buy the amount of time that you need. Membership plans are available from charter brokers or licensed resellers of unused fractional shares, who acquire blocks of time from charter companies at a discounted rate. They then sell these as a jet membership or block time cards to private flyers. Of course, there's also simply chartering a plane for one-time use, typically the most cost-effective way to fly privately. This time-honored approach has never been easier since it takes full advantage of digital technology. Thanks for watching, and I'll leave you with a quote from my mentor Jim Rohn. All human beings have the ability to transform like a caterpillar emerging from its cocoon and taking to the sky.